Well, it's a cold night in Seattle, but at the very least, the roof will be shut to shield us from some of that tonight. The speedy Trey Turner digs in now. And we are set for baseball here this evening. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Very weakly on the ground. That rolls foul for strike one. And fellas, you take a look at these Seattle Mariners at the start of play here tonight. Fair to say they're not playing their best baseball right now. Losers of 5 of their last 6.
Yeah, Matty, I hope these guys were listening today during the hitters meeting, because they have not been swinging the bats well. They only scored 1 run in the loss yesterday, and somewhere along the line, this offense has to execute at a higher level if this team's going to compete.
Here's Chris Davis now. The head-to-head history with King Felix. He's just 1 for 13. He's also gone down on strikes 5 times. First offering on its way. And now the runner's trying for third. Strike called. Now the throw down. It's high, and the tag's going to come too late. He's up to third now with nobody out.
You know, catchers don't work on throwing to third quite as much as they do to second. And I'm sure he's not too happy with himself about that one. A good throw might have got him, but that one just sailed on him a bit.
0-1, here's the pitch. Takes this the other way to right. Catch will be made here. Tagging is the runner from third. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
Boy, this one looked like it was headed for extra bases off the bat. Instead, a line drive bullet caught in the alley, but he does end up getting a sacrifice fly.
In now, Matt Joyce. 1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning. There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Gamble ranging back, and it's gone as they add still another. A solo home run there for Matt Joyce. 6th home run on the season for him. And Oakland has moved out in front here 2-0.
Well, how do you beat the shift? You hit it over the shift, of course. You can't play guys up in the sky, so he lifts this one up and out of here.
Batting 4.
Into the box now, Reggie Jackson. He swings and grounds it to short, and that's through for a hit.
You know, D-Row, I'm not sure if you're one of those superstitious guys, but a 13-game hitting streak seems like a pretty good number for this guy.
Yeah, that's the old baker's dozen right there. We're almost looking at 2 weeks of just sleeping like a baby. I can't be. You're going to hear me reiterate this throughout this streak. I can't tell you, when you're swinging the bat like this, your food tastes better, your wife gets prettier, everything is just working.
The 1-0. Dribbled to the right side. Foul ball, however, strike 1.
This is a tough spot here to turn 2 off this guy at the plate. One of the things you really have to make sure defensively, to make sure you get at least 1 out. Don't try to turn that double play. If you get the sure out at second, take that, and if you get it at first, well, that's just an added bonus. But make sure you at least get 1 out in a spot like this.
Hit hard up the middle, and that gets through for a 1-out base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners following the 1-out single.
Hey, Dan, as a former pitcher, that knock just took him to a 12-game hit streak. Is that in the packet when you're looking over the lineup?
Hey, there's no doubt about that, D-Row. You go into a pitcher's meeting, and they'll make them fully aware of who's hot and who's not. And trust me, they knew that he had an 11-game hitting streak. And after that knock, it's an even dozen.
On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. So 2 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. Kendall Graveman gets the starting nod for the A's in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Boy, this guy was unbelievably good in this last one. Struck out a ton of guys in an amazing performance, and all of his pitches were working. Let's hope he brings that A game back with him in this one.
And the throw will indeed take care of him for the first out. Gene Segura standing in. Past battles with Kendall Graveman. He's hitless in 3 at-bats. Turner has it. And there are 2 away now.
Batting third, designated hitter, Nelson Cruz.
So striding forward now, Nelson Cruz looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. No balls and a strike to count. Counts even at 1-1 to Nelson Cruz. Cruz, or the boomstick as he's appropriately nicknamed. This is the final year of his current deal, so he'll be a free agent at season's end.
Hey, I know this guy's in the final year of his contract.
Got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. Mariners are down in order. They trail things here. Coming to the plate now, Steve Lombardozzi. He'll get us started in the top of the second.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
If you're going to get a swing on a fastball that far in off the plate, I think you got to go right back in there or bounce something soft down and away.
Changeup in for a strike. Hernandez readies. Another 0-2. Pulled the string on him. Strike 3 swinging. The throw to first is in time. 1 down. That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. First pitch coming. Here it is. A swing and a miss at a ball down.
He came out of his shoes on that one, boys. I know he swung and missed it. We felt the breeze from up here, but if he gets that pitch again and catches it a grain low, we got action.
To first. Throw won't be in time as he reaches it first.
Hey, Dan, as a former pitcher, that knock just took him to a 12-game hit streak. Is that in the packet when you're looking over the lineup?
Hey, there's no doubt about that, D-Row. You go into a pitcher's meeting and they're making fully aware of who's hot and who's not, and trust me, they knew that he had an 11-game hitting streak, and after that knock, it's an even dozen.
Settling in now, Bruce Maxwell. He's looking to extend that hitting streak, which stands at 8 games coming in. And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball 1. Olson stands at first with 1 out. Now the 1-1 pitch. Check by Hernandez. The pitch. Right side. A diving effort here as he gets a glove on it. And the recovery throw is too late, and there are 2 on with 1 away now.
Dan, after that base hit, he's extended his hit streak to 9 games, and you know he wants double digits.
Oh, there's no question about it. Listen, anybody can get a 9-game hitting streak, but when you call your buddies or send out a text message and say, hey, I'm about in double digits, so 9 games is nothing to sneeze at, but he'd love to get it to 10.
Gamble is right there as he'll put it away without much problem for the second out.
The left fielder, number 2.
Standing in, Chris Davis. Hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat. First delivery to him on the way. Hits it high and deep out to center field. Gordon ranging back. And he makes a nice catch on the track as that ends the inning. Standing in, Mike Zunino. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. Fouled away. And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out. Here's Robbie Cano now. It was a 2-for-4 effort for him in Wednesday's game. Called strike to the 35-year-old veteran. 0-1. Good changeup, and it's 0-2.
Pretty unusual that you see a 5-0 hitter take 2 strikes in a row. Typically, those are some of the most aggressive batters in the lineup.
Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
Batting 5th, right fielder.
Swung on and missed for the first strike. Past battles with Kendall Graveman. He's 1 for 3. Popped him up. Turner moving to his left, and that's the 3rd out. Next up for the A's, Matt Joyce, as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one. Drilled right back up the middle. Oh, and he has some trouble with it, and the recovery's a quick one as he gets his man at first. Good composure that time to record the first out of the inning. 1 gone for the A's here in the 3rd, and here is Mr. October, Reggie Jackson. First pitch coming, here it is. He takes it to the opposite field, high and deep to left. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. Up next, the speedy outfielder Dustin Fowler. A base hit in his first trip. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Smoked on the ground up the middle. That's through for a base hit. He's now 2 for 2 in this one.
Hey, D-Roll, that's just what you want to do. Keep the pressure on. He's given up a couple of runs early already in this game, and now he gives up the 2-out single.
Yeah, no chance right there. You want to make this guy work. You want to try and get into their pen as quick as possible. And if 2-out knocks are the answer, then so be it.
So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman. Strike taken. The throw is going to be far too late. That's a stolen base. Fowler at second with 2 down. Runners on his way to 3rd. That's a strike. The throw down. He's in there easily as the throw bounces on the way down. Hit on the ground to 3rd. Seager fields it cleanly. Throw on to 1st gets him, and the side is retired. 1 left. Here's the 3rd baseman now, Kyle Seager. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home 3rd.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. Now the 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed for strike number 2.
Yeah, Matty, you see the same pitch 3 times in a row and you find yourself down 1-2 in the count. Your head starts to get on a swivel here. Is he coming back with it 4 times, or do I have to sit on something else?
Down the 3rd baseline, but a foul ball as it holds it 2-2. And this is swung on and missed. 5 quick strikeouts now, and that's your first out of the inning. Next in at the plate is Ryan Healy, and he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year. The windup and the 0-1. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
The lineup top to bottom looks like they have no approach or game plan whatsoever. It's like they're deciding to swing before the pitch is even coming out of the pitcher's hand.
So we got him looking there. Ryan Healy becomes the 2nd out in the bottom of the 3rd. And that'll bring up Ben Gamble. 2 away in the inning, and Dan, it looks like this could be another 1-2-3 inning for him.
Yeah, he has really found a groove on the mound, and it's been impressive to watch. It'll be interesting to see how long he can keep this dominance up.
And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game. Now at the plate, Steve Lombardozzi comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And a neck-high fastball that time.
Right there is a temptation pitch. Power hitters like this are looking for pitches that they can drive. So that may have been one where he was trying to get him to chase up above the zone a little bit.
Gordon patrolling center makes the play, 1 out. Now batting, Matt Olson. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hit on the ground out to short. On to first, and that is 2 quick outs to start the 4th.
Now batting,
Here's the German-born catcher Bruce Maxwell. Here comes the first pitch. Line drive to center field. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
Man, that swing looked like self-defense than a real quality swing, but hey, he muscled it out there, and it was enough to get him safely to second. Those are the kind of hits that will drive you nuts as a pitcher.
First offering on its way, and he goes and chops this one out towards second. Backhanded, and nothing will come of the 2-out double as the... Here's D. Gordon now. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck outside last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
And he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Man, this has been a game filled of a lot of swings and misses. Not very many confident swings, and this team up there, they'd swing at a butterfly right now if it flew in front of the plate. Lots of swings, lots of misses, a lot of ugly at-bats for this team right now.
So he got him swinging. D. Gordon becomes the first out in the bottom of the 4th inning. And this is taken outside for ball 1. A ball and a strike. 1 out, nobody on. Hit softly on the ground to first. Olson comes up with it, and he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
now batting.
Here's Nelson Cruz now, coming off a season in which he was named the American League's Silver Slugger at DH. And he gets ahead 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here in the 1-2-3 go the Mariners. They trail it here 2-0. Ready now, Chris Davis. He flew out in his last at-bat. Davis is simply an all-around great defensive outfielder. Not only does he have great range and great hands, he's also got a plus arm, one that base runners and base coaches certainly have to be mindful of.
Absolutely. When you are in the meeting room preparing for this guy, it is the first thing that jumps off the page. Do not take the extra base.
Here's Matt Joyce now. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. He's set and the pitch. Swing and a little tapper, but it's foul, strike 1. Now the 0-1, and there he goes towards second. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. They'll add on to their total as the run scores all the way from first. It's a 3-0 game.
Might have had the hit and run on right there because he was definitely moving on the pitch. So he's able to cruise home all the way from first after the guy at the plate does his job and gets good wood on the pitch for a double.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Pitch outside. The throw is well behind the play. That's an easy stolen base. Here comes the 1-0. Hard hit ball to second. Cano has it. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
And here with the infield back, they were giving him the run on a ground ball, so he just takes advantage of that and drives the run home. Good approach.
First pitch of the at-bat. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. He's through first and hustling for second. And he is into second with a double, his 3rd hit of the night.
As we take a look at the replay here, you can see that it was a hanging changeup. Nice job of staying back on it, and he's able to tattoo it for a double. And you know, if that pitch would have supplied more velocity, it might have been out of here. He hit it right on the screws.
Pitch misses low. The throw down is not in time as he just gets in ahead of the throw. The 1-0. Popped up. Healy is there. 2 gone. Stepping in, Steve Lombardozzi, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Here's the first pitch to him. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. He'll get it into second. And now, gracious, just getting the ball back into the infield is becoming a problem. And now they'll get the third out here, but it won't come until... Here now is Mike Zunino. They'll start things out here in the home 5th, and it's been tough sledding for this lineup through the first half of the game.
Yeah, they haven't had any momentum going to the plate so far in this one, Matt. They need something to break their way and wake them up a bit.
Be nice to get these fans involved at some point as well. Liner toward right center. That's a hit, the first of the game for the Mariners.
Hey, Christmas come early for the batter right there. Down 0-2, and he gets a cookie middle cut. The pitcher's lucky if he's getting this ball back.
0-1 the count. Comes set, and the 0-1. Strike 2 at a pitch that catches the outside corner. Zunino on at first, nobody out. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now. 1-2 pitch is a slider that misses. 2-2.
Hey, I appreciate the fact that he's making him throw a few pitches. Most of his teammates have been hacking at everything that comes their way.
So it was a strikeout swinging. Robinson Cano is dealt with for the first out in the bottom of the inning. Just a tick behind for a strike. No runs, just 1 hit and 1 error in the ballgame for Seattle.
Pretty late with the swing there. As a pitcher, you have to recognize that and keep coming in with the hard stuff until he proves he can hit it.
So he got him swinging. Mitch Haniger becomes the second out in the bottom of the 5th. And that one just missed outside. Ball and a strike.
You know, they finally get the leadoff runner on. It would be sad to watch him waste this opportunity. Somebody's got to come through with a base hit.
And this is fouled at the plate. Trying to send him packing for the second time. And he's got another one here. 12 punch-outs now in the ballgame, and that'll end the inning. David Phelps takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound. At the plate, Matt Olson. He'll be the one to start things out for Oakland in their half of the 6th inning. First pitch on its way. Line drive to left. But this will be pulled in out there in left center. Well hit, but a rough out number 1. At the plate, Bruce Maxwell. He doubled earlier and carries a 2-for-2 line into this appearance. Line toward the alley in left center. And he's going to make the play over toward his right, and there are 2 away now. The speedy Trey Turner digs in now. His past batting line against David Phelps. He's hitless in 3 at-bats. And that's inside for a ball. 1-0. And down in the Mariner bullpen, it looks like a right-hander's up to throw. 5 runs, 11 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the A's so far. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Heading out towards shallow right. Waiting on it is Haniger. And that retires the side. A's are gone in order, but they hold a 5-0 lead. Next in at the plate is Ryan Healy to start things out in their half of the sixth as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. One hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later innings.
Got him. As he just continues to mow down these hitters. 13 strikeouts now.
Up next for
and that'll bring up Ben Gamble.
Gamble.
And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
This guy's pitching really well in this one so far. You could just see he's awful confident, attacking the strike zone, and when he comes off the mound at the end of the inning, looks like he stepped in a big old bucket of sassy.
So we got him looking there. Ben Gamble becomes out number 2 this inning. Change up, a little bit inside, 1-0. Way in front of a great slider that time.
Hey, as an offense, you do your homework, you scout. He hasn't been using that pitch an awful lot. I say you just throw that out. If he's going to flip that occasionally for a strike, then so be it.
Hit in the air to straightaway center. Fowler's under it, and that ends the inning. Mariners are down in order. Here's Chris Davis now. He's hitless coming into this at-bat, so the hit streak he's been riding is on the line here.
Yeah, he's up in the double digits with it. You know, he wants to keep it going as long as possible, but this very well could be the last chance to do that. Wow, not sure what that was, but talking about having your mind made up, you're going to swing before the pitcher even throws a pitch. I don't know how you swing at that pitch.
And he takes a big swing at that one as this one's lifted high in the air and deep out to left field. Out of here, into the visitors' bullpen.
That's what I love about baseball. The pitch before, he looked absolutely foolish, but he gathered himself, stayed with the plan, and the next pitch he goes yard. Every pitch is another chance.
Now batting.
Stepping in now, Matt Joyce. As he'll take a look at ball 1.
One ball has already left the yard, and the big boys haven't even come up again. Get the fireworks ready.
The 1-0. Line drive. That's a base hit into the right center field gap.
Dan, with that single, he's now 3/4 of the way to hitting for the cycle. Toughest one still on the shelf, though. He's got to get it triple.
Yeah, that you said it, Dero. That's one of those that's either got to hit right down the line or one of those tweeners in the gap. He has enough speed, so if he can find a gap or find one down the line, maybe he can do it, and he's going to at least get one more at bat in this one.
Now he goes the other way, and he got a lot of it high and deep to left center field. But he's going to haul this one in on the run as he winds up just shy of the wall for the first out.
Center fielder, number 11, Dustin Fowler.
Into the box now, Dustin Fowler trying to keep it going. A perfect 3 for 3 thus far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike.
This is a tough guy right here to hit into a double play. He's fast and he swings from the left side, so out of the box he's going to get a good break. You might have to try to get the strikeout right here because very rarely are you going to get this guy to ground into a double play.
Joyce is on his way home. Safe at the plate as the lead swells to 7-0.
Let's take another look at just a textbook swing right there. Good weight transfer, good hands to the ball, solid contact, and great extension through the ball.
Yeah, that's about as pretty as a swing gets. Nice look at it there from our camera guys as well. So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman. Hit hard to short, and that's the second out.
Now batting, second baseman, Steve Lombardozzi.
Riding in, Steve Lombardozzi. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch, and it's fouled away. Breaking ball in for a strike. Fowler stands at second with 2 gone. The next 0-2. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Gordon has a read on it, and that retires the side. So Gene Segura standing in. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Behind 0-2 now. The 0-2 once more. A swinging bunt up the third baseline. And the leadoff man in the inning will get the job done here. It's an infield single. And hold on a minute now. It looks like we may see that last call challenged here. The call on the field was safe, but it was definitely a bang-bang play and tough for us to tell at full speed.
Yeah, I wasn't so sure about him being safe either, but here's another shot of it right here. Not easy to tell for sure from that shot. Going to be interesting to see what they want to do with this one.
And it looks like a no from the bench, so they will not challenge the play, and the call will stand with the runner safe at first base. Here's Nelson Cruz now from the stretch. Lifted in the air toward the line and right, but this is going to wind up a foul ball.
All right, all you're asking for as an offense is a chance. Well, your leadoff man has certainly done his part. He's gotten on base. You have to start clawing back into this game right now if you're going to find a way.
And he fouls this one off. Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one. Striding forward now, the Mariners cleanup hitter, Mike Zunino. A hit in 2 tries so far. No balls and 1 strike. Pitch on its way now to Zunino. Hit down the third baseline, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. 0-2, here it comes. Fouled off. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Struck him out. Strikeout number 16 thus far, as he's had a whale of a ball game.
The batter, second baseman.
Here's Robbie Cano now. No hits to this point. He's set. Here it comes. And he takes a pitch right down the middle.
Well, that's a tough pitch to take right there, right down the middle. But I think that happens when you're facing a good pitcher like this guy. The last thing you're expecting is one right down the pipe, and unfortunately, he let that one go, and he'd like to have that pitch back to take a good swing at that one.
0-2 now as Cano comes up empty on that one.
Boy, he's been great in this one.
And another one. Strikeout number 17 in the ball game as he keeps racking them up. 1 left for Seattle. They're down by a touchdown, 7-0. James Pazos enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is.
James Pazos.
That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point.
First baseman, Matt Olson.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And the first pitch is a slider here, but that's chopped foul at the plate. Here's the 0-1. And this is bounced foul at the plate, and that moves the count to 0-2 now. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's one gone. So striding in, Bruce Maxwell. So far 2 for 3 in this one. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Hit hard on the ground is short. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Now batting.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Trey Turner. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First delivery to him on the way. High in the air out to center field. Gordon moves over. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
The left fielder, number 2, Chris Davis.
Here's Chris Davis now. He's coming off a solo homer in his previous trip.
Goes to show you how strong this guy is. That wasn't a bad breaking ball that he hit for a home run in that last at bat. That ball was down and away. He went out and hooked it and pulled it. This guy's definitely a good hitter.
Waved at and missed for the 3rd out. Not much of a chance at hitting that one in the inning. Stepping in now is Mitch Haniger. He leads off their half of the 8th, and they've been unable to get that starter out of the game to this point.
Yeah, he settled in early on the mound, partly due to the lead his guys gave him to take some of the pressure off. He's taken that and pitched very effectively in this one.
First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. Behind 0-2 now. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. Another 0-2 home. Struck him out. 18 strikeouts for him now. Here's the third baseman now, Kyle Seager. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. And there's ball 1. 1 out, nobody on. 1-2 as the changeup had him out in front there.
Wow, he's cruising right now out there. 4 straight punch-outs and working on number 5.
So it was a strikeout swinging. Kyle Seager goes down for out number 2 in the bottom half.
Yet another strikeout for him on the mound. And fellas, this has been one of his favorite victims tonight. That's the 3rd time he sent him packing. So he's got him pretty well figured out. Not that the rest of this lineup has been much better.
Next in at the plate is Ryan Healy. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. In there, 1-1.
1-1.
Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
After that swing, you just got to reset yourself. You still have a strike to work with, and you can't be thinking about how silly you just looked on that last pitch.
Popped high in the air. Lombardozzi is there for it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. 1. Back now in the beautiful Pacific Northwest as we're set for what's left of this one from Safeco Field. Edwin Diaz enters the game from the pen, and because this is a non-save situation, it's evident that they're just trying to get him some work after having not thrown in several days.
Yeah, and this is all about just getting him some work, guys. He hasn't had a chance to come in and close the game out for several days now, so they're just hoping they can keep him sharp and give him the chance to pitch in a real game situation here.
And the pitch. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Around first, digging for 2. And he is in at second base with a 1-out double. But baseball's a game of streaks and runs, and he is on one right now.
Yeah, and you've got to ride these streaks as long as you possibly can, and he's doing that coming in right here. Came into this game on fire with the stick, and he's doing that here.
That's now 2 hits so far for him in this one. Up next, the speedy outfielder Dustin Fowler, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. Hard hit toward the hole, and that's through into left, a base hit. The throw home. And now Gracious just getting the ball back into the infield is becoming a problem. Boy, and they have not been able to get him out. This is now a 5-hit ball game for him here, and those don't come along every day. So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman. He swings and grounds it to short. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side. And that'll bring up Ben Gamble, starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
This one's down to third. Chapman brings it in, and that's the first out.
Center fielder, number 9.
Here's D. Gordon now. He's 0 for 3 so far, so he hasn't done much to help at the top of the lineup. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Grounded back up the middle. Turner loves it. And the throw is a high one, but he's able to keep a foot tethered on the bag, and that becomes out number 2. Digging in now for the Mariners, Gene Segura. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the 9th as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
And that misses downstairs for a ball, 1-1. Now a swing, and he pops him up, and this should do it. The catch is made, and the A's will add 1 more to their winning streak as this ball game is over.
Yeah, they could only manage 2 hits against him the entire game, so they were never really in a position to even challenge him. Rock solid win and a memorable performance.
An 8-0 shutout.